welcome to my picks for some of the best albums of 2020. So far, it is halfway through the year. We're in June, and there's been a lot of amazing albums. Too many, in fact, so I've split them into categories. You know, I'm not numbering them, because that's a fucking spoiler for the end of the year video, but I'm splitting them into categories. So we're going to have power, we're going to have core, we're going to have black metal, doom metal, all the fucking juicy categories, and we're going to start with power/symphonic metal, and I'm going to tell you some of the albums to check out from this genre. So first up, one of my favourites, Demons and Wizards 3, the third album in the Demons and Wizards saga, and you know it's going to be a good fucking power metal album when it has Iced Earth plus Blind Guardian mixed together for this fucking epic album. All the songs are just beautiful. Walls of Winter, one of my favourite songs of the year. I mean, with Hansi and John together, come on. Fucking match made in heaven. Amazing fucking album. Next up, Ignea, Beyond the Realms of Death. Another underrated band, underrated album. Singer is fucking phenomenal on this. If you love stuff like Nightwish, Epica, all that kind of juicy goodness, you'll love Ignea. So give it a fucking listen. Speaking of Nightwish, Nightwish released an album this year, and it's fucking good. I'm not a big fan of the orchestral section, but I mean, a lot of people are, so I'm not going to hold it against them. But the first album is fucking amazing. I love all the songs on the first album. Tribal may be my favourite now, or Shoemaker's really fucking good. So, great symphonic metal album. You probably already know them. You know, most people know Nightwish, but if you're living under a rock, give it a listen. Fucking awesome. And finally, I'm going to do 4 for each section. My 4th pick is Delain, Apocalypse and Chill. Yeah, this came out quite early in the year, but it's still a fantastic album and one you should definitely check out if you love this kind of music, because Charlotte, her vocals are fucking phenomenal. Absolute adore her vocals, and this album is just, it'll be right up your alley. If you like the other albums, this is right up your goddamn alley. So now for something completely different, moving on to death metal, and I'll give you 4 albums that I really loved from this year in the realms of death. So first up, Cryptic Shift, Visitations from Enceladus, or Enceladus, however you want to say it. Crazy, technical, spacey prog death, this one is. One of my favourites of the fucking year, maybe in my top 10, but I'm not going to spoil it. Love the experimentation, love the vocals, love the mentalness of this fucking album. Adore it. If you want something a bit kind of gorgutsy, give this a listen. Next up, Ulcerate, Stare into Death and Be Still. Dissonant. Proggy again? Death metal? I say proggy, but I guess dissonant is the right word for it. This is just flawless from start to finish. If you want something similar to like Deathspell Omega, that's probably the band I would compare them to. Can't go wrong with Ulcerate, and this album is one of the best of the year. Absolute adore this album. Next up, Black Curse, Endless Wound. If you want something frantic, if those are a bit too proggy and a bit too like, I want some brutal death metal, Black Curse has you fucking covered. Blackened death metal at its finest. Furious on every single fucking song. Intense ride. Break your jaw listening to it. Absolute fucking mayhem. And finally, if you want something melodic, bit different, Black Dahlia Murder Release Verminous. And the melody is through the fucking roof. The Whirlworm's Feast, come on. This album is gooey, it's nasty, it's melodic, and it's everything you want in a melodic death metal album. Fucking amazing. So now we come to black metal, my favourite genre. There's been so many good black metal albums. Too many to fucking count. It's my favourite genre. So let's get into just 4 of them. First up is the split mare cognitum, spectral law with Wanderers of Astrology. Holy shit. This is 2 hours long of spacey black metal. Atmospheric, just, there's intense moments, there's melodic moments. Everything you can fucking ask for in this goddamn spacey journey, and each song represents a planet in the solar system. It's amazing. You 100% should check it out, and it's easily one of my favourites. Next up, Odraza with rzeczom. Oh yeah, this is a fucking amazing amazing black metal album. Came out quite recently, and I've just been playing it on repeat and repeat. It has that goddamn repeat factor, and it's not just intense black metal all the way through, melodic black metal all the way through. It's like a mix of everything. It has intense parts, there's melodic parts, there's atmospheric parts, and there's strange parts as well. There's a lot. It's very unique. It's a unique album, and it's one you should have on your list because it's fucking flawless. Next up, Winterfylleth, The Reckoning Dawn. Now this is folky black metal through and through, similar to like Seor or those kind of bands. If that tickles your fancy, Winterfylleth's will as well. Reckoning Dawn, Wibbles. Reckoning Dawn is a flawless album. Been playing it to death, just like Odraza and Mare Cognitum. And what can I say? It's Winterfylleth. I love all their albums, and this is no different. Masterpiece. And finally, we have afsky, and from the album cover, you know you're in for a depressing, evil black metal time, and that's exactly what you get. The album is ridiculous. Let's try and pronounce it. Ofte drømmer. I think that's probably not how you say it, but all the albums will be in the description box, so you can check them out at your own leisure. Amazing album, and from the despair you see on the cover, you know you're getting yourself into a bleak and amazing time. Now with black out the way, we can do some thrash metal. You want something intense, you want something heavy, something to mosh around to. Now, check these albums out. First, my favourite thrash metal album of the year so far, Warbringer, Weapons of Tomorrow. It's not just typical thrash, this is kind of like old school Metallica. It has a lot longer songs, there's some like 8-minute songs. There's a lot of kind of interesting passages, kind of similar to like Blackened, some of the openings to some of the songs. You have songs like King of Fools, about like Notre Dame and stuff, and songs about the meaning of war. So it's very in-depth meanings to a lot of these songs, and it's not just thrashy all the way through. It has heart, and Warbringer just continues to bring it to the table. Next up, Havok with V. If you want something a bit simpler, just thrash all the way through, Havok has you fucking covered, because this is just a fun, thrashy album from start to finish, with cool hooks, amazing melodies, and Havok once again delivers. Now for some black and thrash, Midnight, Rebirth by Blasphemy. Rebirth by Blasphemy. Intense fucking black and thrash album this is. Love this one to death. I mean, Midnight, again, another one like Havok, and another one like Warbringer always brings it. If you want that black and thrash, a bit of an edge to your thrash, punky kind of edge, definitely give Midnight a listen. And finally, Testament, Titans of Creation. Testament, one of the legends of thrash metal, released an album, and it's fucking awesome. It's my favourite. Warbringer's my favourite, but Testament is still a really good album, and one for all you old school thrash metal heads. You'll be enjoyed with it. It's Testament through and through, and it's still a fucking awesome album. Now for something proggy, something technical. Now let's start with Green Carnation, Leaves of Yesteryear. This is just an amazing, amazing album. You got long songs, of course, it's prog. You got shorter songs with beautiful singing. I think his singing sells it. If he wasn't the singer on this, maybe it wouldn't be as good, but the singing is so, just, I don't know, otherworldly. Amazing singing, amazing long songs, and one of the best prog albums of the year. Sons of Apollo is next, with a fantastic early release from the year. You know, Sons of Apollo, it's Mike Portnoy's band, like a super group. Fucking awesome drumming, of course it's going to be awesome drumming. Amazing melodies, amazing long songs, amazing short proggy songs, intense and heavy. Sons of Apollo has you goddamn covered for every basis. Now toning it down a little bit, Caligula's Horse, Rise Radiant, more of a smoother, calmer prog metal album, something to just relax to. And there is intense moments on this album, but it's just compared to the other two, it is more of a relaxing album. And I love that for that. You want some variety, and if you want something chill, a proggy chill album, like, Tempest, what an amazing song. Amazing album, Caligula's Horse, came out recently. Fucking check it out. And finally, I don't know whether to put this in prog, but I don't know where else to fucking put it. So Igorr, Spirituality and Distortion, probably my favourite. It's so strange, it's kind of genty in parts, it's classical music at parts. It's just fucking weird. This is the weirdest album, the hardest one to describe, and you just have to listen to it. It's a mad journey, and you just have to fucking listen to it, because I can't give it justice, you know? Me describing it won't give it justice. You need to experience it for yourself, because it's fucking bonkers. Next up, doom metal. You want something slow, you want something somber, something bleak, something depressing in these times. Well, these four will have you covered. First up, Temple of Void. The world that was. This album is just fantastic. I keep playing it over and over. Death doom this is, so it's a bit more aggressive, but it keeps that slowy, sludgy atmosphere, and some of the songs on this are just fantastic. Leave the Light Behind has the best melody ever, and Casket of Shame is just groovy as all fuck. So 100% worth your time if you love Death Doom. Next up, Katatonia with City Burials. Maybe it shouldn't be in Doom anymore, but I'm going to put it here because I want to talk about it, because it's a fantastic album from the year, and Jonas' singing is beautiful. One of the best singers around today in any media. One of the best singers. And he's on full force in this album. Majestic songs, beautiful songs, heart-wrenching songs, everything here. Next up, you want some funeral for your ass? Subaqueous by Drown. This is two songs. Funeral doom at its finest, but like nautical funeral doom, similar to like Ahab. And if that tickles your fancy, then Drown has you goddamn covered. It makes you feel like you're underwater, fighting for your life, drowning basically. I mean, it's clues in the name, Drown, but it is just a bleak, relaxing, depressing ass underwater time. And The Little Mermaid won't help you in this album. Fucking awesome. I love this one. And finally, Paradise Lost, Obsidian. Probably the best Paradise Lost album in my opinion. One of the pioneers of Death Doom itself. They are back swinging. And this album is magnificent. Obsidian is just fucking flawless. What can I say? The singing is on point. The emotion is on point. The chunky riffs and the catchiness is on point. Everything is fucking on point. Amazing album, and I fucking love it. Finally, we come to core music, and the first one is Bleed From Within, Fracture. This is just, it's the intensity of like deathcore with metalcore, amazing melodies. It's perfect. It's a match made in heaven. The songs are just phenomenal. The singing is on point. The breakdowns are heavy and clear. Whole Bleed From Within's album's fucking flawless, and I adore it. Next up, August Burns Red with Guardians. Another fucking fantastic metalcore album. And I'm not usually the biggest metalcore fan, but these ones knocked out with the goddamn park. Again, the amazing singing, the amazing melodies, and everything in between. Love it. Now for some deathcore. Viscera with Obsidian. Heavy as all fuck. Just, oh my god, heavy as all fuck. This album is, and from the album cover, you're getting yourself into a fun deathcore romp, and that's exactly what you get here. And then finally, the last album I'm gonna recommend on this list, Xenobiotic, Mondrake. Holy shit, technical as fuck, evil as fuck, crushing, breakdowns out the ass, amazing album, and the artwork's one of the best of the year. Creepy, how creepy is that? I mean, maybe it's up here, I don't fucking know. How creepy is it? Fucking awesome. So that does it for some of the recommendations for 2020 so far. Tell me in the comments below your favourite albums from 2020. Is it any on this list? Is it any I've missed off? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.